can't pick that up.
Talk to the chef.
Oh, okay. I wish it would let you pick stuff up. I don't... Well, he's doing something with his arm. Stretch Armstrong.
Well, here's an unfamiliar face.
These appear to be the ship's turbines, which are much less important than meeting your daily production quota.
Name's Hans, Chief Engineer.
Hi, Hans.
Welcome aboard.
Hello, essential service human.
The maintenance crew's been gossiping like a bunch of busy bees. Word is that your mining partner attacked Reggie. That must have been quite a dramatic fight. Anyway, Officer Neberu wants me to test you for any brain damage. Can you please find the wrench in this room and bring it to me?
You now have the wrench.
Thank you for the wrench. Your cognitive and motor functions look good from my end. I'll give you my stamp of approval. Well, Diesel and I are in the engine room most of the time. If anything on the ship breaks, you'll know where to find us. I take care of a bit of maintenance on board and a bit of grinder modification. I've worked across the spectrum of machinery for decades. Isn't it?
Just feels like there's so much I should be able to interact with that I can't. I'm not upset, I just feel like I'm gonna miss stuff because I can't figure out how to interact with it.
Hello there, human friend. Are you new on board? My name is Diesel. I am a drone bot. Do you know what a drone bot is?
No. No.
Do you know all about drone bots already?
Drone bar regulation is covered heavily in the orientation manual. I'm sure the pilot is familiar with the restricted usage of autonomous AI, such as yourself.
So you already know that I am an AI with a body. And I cannot pilot grinders.
Sure.
Well, that makes things easy. You seem very smart, Blue. I'm sure you will help out our pilot friend a lot.
I will serve the pilot in the manner that is legally permitted.
Hans says that back in the day you used to see a lot of drone bots working in mining companies across the galaxy, but we were mostly scrapped after the War Act was passed. He built me from those scraps. Drone bots back in the day used to be grinder pilots. But it was bad for human workers, so they made a law against it. Hans says it's about the economy.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, you can just turn with the analogs, so if you're having a little trouble.
I'm sure we'll talk more in the future, pilot.
Why don't you go around and introduce yourself?
To who?
You should fully introduce yourself to the crew. They will use their judgment to determine if you are exhibiting any injuries. You should fully introduce yourself to the crew. They will use their judgment to determine if you are exhibiting any injuries. You should fully introduce yourself to the crew. They will use their judgment.
Trying to get this to you.
You should fully introduce yourself to the crew. They will use their judgment to determine if you are exhibiting any injuries. You should fully introduce yourself to the crew.
Oh, should I
To determine if you are exhibiting any injuries.
should I give this to crew members? I didn't even know I had this until now.
Can I help you?
Where are you?
So you're the one who helped take out that rogue miner today. Welcome.
Hello, most prestigious human on board.
And you have an AI buddy. Well, Corpora did mention they were assigning those to miners. You're the first I've seen with one.
I am sensing apprehension. In accordance with the Worker Automaton Regulatory Act, I am equipped to provide assistance to the pilot.
Oh, I'm aware of the War Act. After all, I lived through its implementation. Seen a lot of changes happen in my time. So Neburu would like to see you perform some basic motor functions. Could you please activate your AI buddy on your watch for me? In order to pass the test, you need to speak to your AI buddy. Can you do that for me?
Hello.
Oh, perfect. Looks like you're capable of some basic motor functions. All right, hand over your stamp card. I'll give you my seal of perfect brain health.
I'm like poking my arm. Okay.
What's it like piloting a grinder? How many weapons do you get to use? Is it noisy? How high can you jump?
Diesel. Remember, one question at a time.
Ah, sorry Hans.
I'm sure we'll talk more in the future, pilot.
I wonder if you could drill to the center of the planet. I wonder if a bunch of magma would come bursting up. Have you ever made a volcano, pilot?
No.
How high can you fly in your grinder? Can you fly above mountains? Can you fly into space?
Diesel. Remember what we talked about?
Right, sorry.
You still have a few more crew members that you need to meet.
I'm sure we'll talk more in the future, pilot.
You must immediately resume meeting your production quota.
Who are you supposed to be? I'm eating. What? 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 What?
Oops, I just hit something. I might have just hit my camera. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I probably did. I'm way over. Sorry.
I do not recognize you. You must be the guest that Nibiru mentioned.
Yes, we are a miner with Horizon Corporate.
Ah. You have an AI buddy. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Chef Yasuhiro Kita. Nibiru has asked me to test your cognitive functions. I'm gonna ask you a series of yes or no questions to determine if you are suffering from any head injuries. First question. Do you have a shellfish allergy? All right. How about nuts? Interesting. How do you fare with dairy products? Are you allergic to lactose? All right. How about uranium tailings? Quick! Reflex test! Dodge the knife! That was a joke. All right, pilot. Do you have a sensitivity to gluten? I have the results of your survey. It appears as if your memory is in good working order. Your reflexes need work. I will stamp your card. Now, unless you would like a meal, be on your way. Are you here to examine the menu? Today's special menu features hull roach exoskeletons dusted in carbon-based powder taken right from the surface of Topaz itself. Would you like to try it? I I suspected you had discerning taste, unlike many of the other pilots in your position. Here you go. 1 plate of fresh hull roach exoskeletons. Enjoy.
What?